Villagers, thank you for your love and support. I appreciate you all. The story of the current Senegalese presidency is not one of a traditional election. It is a story of a prison cell pact that shook the continent. To understand how Diomaye Faye, the current president of Senegal, the last born of ECOWAS, became the youngest president in Senegal's history, you must understand the shadow of Ousmane Sonko. Sonko was the fire that everybody feared in Senegal, the tax inspector who tore the veil of the elite's corruption. When the state tried to bury him through legal maneuvers and prison walls, he did the unthinkable in the African politics. He gave his life's work to another. He told the youth, quote, Diomaye is Sonko, end of quote. And on that sacrifice, a revolution was won in a single round. They walked into the palace together, the mentor and the predict, promising a generational break from the system that had served foreign interests for decades. It was a beautiful moment in the history of Africa that all of us love these two leaders. But today the mirror has cracked. The contradiction that haunts every African revolution has arrived in Dakar. For nearly a year, a cold war has brewed between the two men. On May 2nd, 2026, President Faye sat before the cameras for 2 good hours and did something that the streets never expected, not even the whole of Africa. He asserted his authority over his mentor. He reminded the nation that as long as Sonko remains prime minister, it is only because he retains the president's confidence. I appointed you, quote, I appointed you, I can replace you, end of quote. This is the raw reality of power. The party that promised to move away from the personalization of power is now caught of a political mortality. While the two leaders circle each other, the youth who bleed for this project are back in the streets, protesting against the very men they put in office. Please, if you haven't subscribed, subscribe. The funding promise was sovereignty, negotiating the oil and gas contracts with BP and Woodside, and ditching the colonial CFA franc. Sonko claims to be the guardian of this justice, the fighter for the 70% of the population under 35. Yet, 2 years in, the record is sobering. While neighboring countries like Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso have nationalized sectors and expelled foreign forces with far less leverage, Senegal has moved at a crawl. The negotiation commission operates in secrecy.
Senegalese women, Senegalese men, today I have made a difficult but necessary decision. I have decided to terminate the duties of Mr. Ousmane Sonko as Prime Minister of the Republic of Senegal. This decision is not directed against any person. It solely responds to a requirement, that of preserving the stability of our institutions and ensuring the proper functioning of government action. Over the past few weeks, as significant differences have emerged regarding the conduct of state affairs. Out of a sense of responsibility, it seemed essential to me to take action. I want to commend the work done by Mr. Sonko and his commitment to serving the nation. A new government will be established as soon as possible to ensure the continuity of the state and to continue the reforms underway. I ask every Senegalese to remain calm and confident. Our country is greater than our differences.
My dear Senegalese, I have taken note of the decision of the President of the Republic, Bassirou Diomaye Faye, ending my duties as Prime Minister. I want to tell the nation that I have served with loyalty, commitment, and determination solely to defend the interests of the Senegalese people. If today differences have led to this decision, I fully accept them because I have never compromised on my principles nor abandoned my convictions. My fight this party has always been clear: justice, sovereignty, and transparency in the management of our resources. I thank all those who supported me during this mission. This departure does not mark an end, but a new stage. I will remain standing, committed alongside the people to continue this fight that goes beyond functions and positions. Senegal deserves truth and courage. I call on you for calm, responsibility, and vigilance. History continues, and we will write it together.
May God bless Senegal.
Major gas blocks have seen foreign firms walked away, not because of a victory of the state, but because the project no longer made them money. The sovereignty being fought for in the halls of power feels increasingly like a slogan, while the price of fish in Dakar markets remains out of reach for the common man. This is where we must look at the Pan-African tragedy. We are our own greatest obstacle. We betray ourselves by allowing the ego of the liberator to outweigh the discipline of governance. We see it time and time again. A movement rises on the backs of the most powerful youth mobilization in history only for the leadership to spend its political capital on internal succession battles. Faye is not talking about if Sonko is not serving the interests of the people, if Sonko is not doing the things that they have all promised the people, but if Sonko is not serving my interests, I will remind him I am the president, and just as I appointed him, I can replace him. This is the same man who spoke about the African unity. Look at the street. While two people are struggling for power, the people in Senegal are suffering. Cost of living is increasing. The people voted for Africans who promised them unity, liberation, power, sovereignty, only for these same leaders to now be fighting over power. Sonko is very bold and firm when it comes to certain decisions. We thought that by now, Senegal would have been a part of Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso because that was the promise, the echo that we heard through their campaign. Only for them to come and for years now, what Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso leaders are doing, we are not seeing that. We even saw Diomaye Faye back to Paris. For how long will we continue to be doing this to ourselves? But no wonder, as long as you continue to live under the system called democracy, there is no way you can ever serve the interests of your people. A system that was handed to us by the oppressor will always make sure it cripples us. And that is the reason to which we are seeing that the leaders in Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso are moving away from this system. And until we are able to break away free from this system, we can never move forward because this system is not for us. The system is there to keep the African backwards. And we must rise in unity because we can never have a movement only for us to be struggling over power. It's so sad. It's so sad that we are seeing this in Senegal, the people we look up to. We are the only ones that can set ourselves free. United we stand, divided we fall. And united we keep standing forever and ever. The greatest enemy of the African is mental slavery. So let's decolonize ourselves from mental slavery. Let's keep sharing to educate our brothers and sisters. Together we'll make Africa great for ourselves and the next generations that are going to come. So that's the latest around the world. In Africa, West Africa, and in Senegal.